You got to have a concept. You have a great concept. You guys are doing it, man, and it's an honor for me to just be, a small rock, man, in your mountain. I'm gonna pop a top in your honor. Mr. Doc Walker blessed us with his presence and knowledge.
We want to welcome in our next special guest, Haley Skarupa. She's a three-time world champion in women's ice hockey and most recently won Olympic gold with Team USA.
The Cap Stadium Series is definitely my favorite, obviously. I'm a huge Caps fan, I always have been, and to be there at that game with my teammates and for us to bring, our gold medals to there and share it with everyone in this area was really, really special for me, and just the support and it's been tremendous from everyone in this area, and you can feel that there at that game.
Welcome to Sports on the Hill podcast. Hashtag DC Sports Without the Politics with Carol and Robbie on True Radio Network. True Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome on into Wednesday Edit Streams. This is our third episode of this new series we're starting this year called Wednesday Edits, where I give you guys a little bit of a glimpse into stuff that I'm working on behind the scenes. You can help me work and mold, and I always love being a video teacher and a video editor, and so I thought I could showcase some of the different stuff that people are doing. Welcome on in, champ. It's good to see you. I appreciate you joining on the Work Lurk. And so, yeah, it should be a fun show. We're going to definitely cover a bunch of different things. I'm going to try to create a couple of different OBS scenes. I may even make a trailer. Today, we're celebrating 700 YouTube videos. So for people who do not know, that's kind of how I got my start as a content creator. And then I also do a scuba channel as well. So the YouTube itself, let me see if I can do a couple of things. I want to set up the screen sharing and a few other things real fast as well. But hopefully you guys are all doing well. Let me reorganize things a little bit. And so we will move this over like that. And move this up here. And so I think that should look a little bit better. And now I think if we go over here for the screen share and the final cut, we should be able to appear over there. So we just adjust a couple of things there. All right, that looks pretty good. So I think that this might be, actually, maybe we will... This one? No. That one might be the best one. The most zoomed in. Let me see. We're going to make this one, and we're just going to shift it down just a little bit there. So I think this might be the view that we use for today's stream, because people should be able to see me and the edits and stuff like that. So I'm going to go fill my water up real quickly. I just wanted to give people a little update on a couple of things. One is my newest Instagram / Facebook reel is up. We've been taking this 2025 Christmas trip, which is about 11 minutes long. It's a little bit long for some people to digest if they're not part of the family or don't want to see all the detail. So I thought I would do almost like postcards from Grand Cayman, and so I've created a whole series here. The first one that was released about a week ago was all about Starfish Point. And then also going to the parrot sanctuary. So the second part right here is all about going to the turtle center. So I was going to play it real quickly for you guys while I fill up my water, and then we'll get into it. But if you want to go check it out on Instagram or on Facebook, you can as well. But I just thought that since this is today's edit, that I would show this to you guys first. I'll be right back. Actually, it's funny. The person that um, I'm talking to Hey Beats right now. I'm gonna invite him on. If he's busy, he's busy. But if not, we can maybe get his thoughts on this too. So today we're celebrating doing a lot of different like video editing things over the years. So if people don't know, I have this YouTube channel that I was talking about, and I was going to showcase a couple of the different things. Let me see if I stop share and then I reshare with this window. It should pop up. So you can see that we are live right now. We are at 699 videos. So this is the 700th video that we are live doing. And so that sounds good. Let me. So yeah, we've got a bunch of different stuff on here. So I just wanted to break down. We've just done a whole new rebrand of the channel, and so obviously you're looking at it from the editor's point of view. But actually, let me see. Maybe I'll do this. Hold on. Testing 1 2. That was weird. It just swapped my mic out, so I'm just making sure that it didn't screw something up on there. I think I'm still. Yeah, I'm still coming there. Okay. All right. So here I'm going to do incognito window so you can sort of see what it looks like from a person who might not be familiar with my channel in the past. Hold on. My camera went away. There we go. All right, but let me know in chat if you're having difficulties hearing me or anything like that. Yeah, anyway, so this is the YouTube channel. I definitely have wanted to create some sort of trailer for this channel for a long time, but I talk about so many different things on the channel, I don't even know what that trailer would be. So it's something that I might be interested in exploring today and trying to think about and brainstorm and maybe even videotape some of that, because I thought at about 700 videos that would be a good opportunity for me to have a trailer. So there's a chance that I may even film that as part of this or use part of this live show in that trailer as well. Our most recent videos on the channel, we have the comeback that we filmed. So if you were part of our show last week, you can see that we so we did this podcast right here, but also last week's Wednesday show we talked about going to this event, and I edited together this recent video which showcases my dad taking Zach and myself to the game, and it was an incredible comeback. So if you want to, I do a whole breakdown of going to the game and talking about this footage on this week's episode of Sports on the Hill podcast. That's episode 398. We're on the road to 400 episodes of the podcast, which will be in 2 weeks. So this is showing just different footage from going to the game and my son's very first win. Obviously, we didn't know that at the time. There's Ovechkin going by, so we like the opening video is kind of cool. And unfortunately, we're down 2-0 very early on, but after this fight, we were able to get a goal and then able to tie it up with just a couple of minutes left in the game, and then in overtime we were able to win it. So if you want to watch that whole video, it's It's my first video where we've tried to do a square format. We've always done tall or wide before, and so I talked about that process last week on this series on the Wednesday edit, which you can always go back and click on the live videos. So again, under live, we always have the podcast, so 398 from this week is up there. We also have these Wednesday edit ones. Also, sometimes I do video game streams, like for my birthday we did one, and I'm looking forward to doing more of those this year. Something that I'm trying to build on is doing shorts. We've got varying results of shorts on this channel. When I talk about sports, like my son going to the thing, it did very well, and some of the snorkeling and the concert videos have done well. Some of the family style vlogs, less popular, but that's fine. It's kind of a place for me to experiment a little bit with that. Our family vlog, which was the video edit we did the first week of these edit series, is come together, and if people want to see more of that snorkeling footage in longer form, they can do that. We also do a behind the scenes video, and then our fall concerts. We also went to a Neon Trees show and a video celebrating my daughter's birthday. So this has always been a wide range of different content on there. If you click the podcast button, you can catch all of the latest episodes of Sports on the Hill podcast, all the way dating back to, for years and years now. So the latest 200 are loaded right there, but there's over 380 listed in there. And for people that don't know, we don't actually do a lot with the audio podcast anymore. It's been a really fun run. We've done a lot of different types of lives throughout the years. I also have a tremendous number of playlists that I make public as well. If people want to see over the years, I've done lots of different playlist designs for different people. But going back to the homepage, we've reorganized the homepage within the last couple of weeks, and so people who may have not been to my YouTube channel recently, my most recent dives, so we've taken my branding of Grow Scuba, and we've spun it off. So I used to do a lot of diving videos only sometimes of the year, and so people who were into that content, it would be confusing because a lot of times it's sports and family vlogs, and people told me if you want the scuba stuff to do well, you should really make its own channel. And so what we did was we created a new channel. My wife came up with the idea because it was memorable, Gross Scuba, because my last name is Gross, and so you can see here that it's been doing really well, especially the shorts, and my most recent one is doing extremely well, so people seem to really love this new underwater dive-centric channel, but I did want to still feature the most recent dives on my main channel, so people aren't over there yet, they can see them. This most recent video has been doing really well, especially for a long-form one. It's done in 3 acts. I really highly recommend. Sorry, we're incognito, so we're getting ads. So it was a really nice edit. For people who may have missed it, it starts off with sky dust, and we go to, this is all done at Killer Puffer Reef, which is a place that we've gone to a bunch of different times now, and it's kind of a 3-part documentary. This one over here, you're seeing the reef, and my dad shooting it. I shot it with the iPhone in my first underwater test video of taking my iPhone underwater. Using a new dive housing. Liz shot it with the GoPro that we've been using for the rest of the series, and my dad photographed it as he always does. So you can see a wide range of different types of shots and compare them here. But also, so when we shoot it in 4K, both on the iPhone and on the GoPro though, I shoot it full, so you can grab tall or wide, and that's why I'm able to grab a lot more content for shorts in there. So you can see there's my dad and the rest of the family. There's a snapper coming through. Anyway, so I really like this upcoming shot coming up here. It's one of the great shots that my dad, who's an underwater photographer, is doing. He's actually on the other side of the world right now doing a lot of great underwater photography as well. So you get to see behind the scenes of him taking some of these pictures of these gobies. And then my favorite animal is stingray, and so we got some really great shots here of the stingray. And then Act 2 is all about this incredible journey we had with this turtle, which I think we've met in previous years. The last couple of years, we've seen a turtle in the same location, and they looked very similar when I was going back to old footage, if not the same. But this one tells the story of this turtle going up and down, and some great shots from both angles. And then the last part is going back to the reef and ending with some cool shallow shots of the turtle as well. So it's a long video. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but that's the most recent one. It seems to be doing really well. But then you can see all the other dives. So far, we have released 5 videos from our dive series. I believe in total there'll be 11 from this movie. So yeah, that'll be should be fun. The first one is obviously doing the best. I sort of promoted a lot. It also takes place at Oro Verde, which is a wreck of a wreck, which is cool into itself. It's a place we've been to 6 times. So anyway, all the videos each have their unique charm. And next week, on this editing show, we will be showcasing a night dive. And so I'm going to be going through the footage offline and picking some of the best parts, and I'll be promoting that next week. We'll be working on the full long form edit that usually comes out on Thursdays every other week. We're taking a couple weeks off, but that's the goal at least. So we've got a bunch of amazing dives in the pipeline. I can actually go through a couple of those and give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek in how all of that is going. So Killer Puffer is the last video that we did. That kind of ends the first half of the movie, if you wanted to watch the movie in full. Or sort of the end of the first half of the documentary series. So we started off with 3 Trees in Oro Verde as one video, Eagle's Nest as its own, Wildlife was its own video, then Slaughterhouse Wall, and then ending with Killer Puffer. In the second act, we're going to do a night dive video, which a lot honestly went wrong behind the scenes. So we'll see how much footage we were able to salvage from it. There should be a lot of amazing things, but I'll slow it down, add some eerie vibes to it. We also have some behind the scenes that will add to that as well. I unfortunately didn't feel well, and I missed 2 dives, but my wife was able to film them, called Wall Street and Angel Reef. So we're actually going to save that footage and have that be a bonus video at the very end. And then after the night dive video, the next one that we'll release is a wreck that we had never been to before. It's called the Wreck of the Doc Paulson, and we also went down Marty's Wall. And so it was supposed to be a shallow dive. We ended up going really deep on it in Marty's Wall. We got some incredible shots of the wall. And then as we're coming back, we see this incredible eagle ray. And so I got shots of it going off into the sun with the light drifting. And then get to go to this shallow wreck, which shallow wrecks are great because it's got a lot of light to it and you can see a lot of things. It got some incredible stills and video and 4K shots of that dive. So we'll definitely, that'll be the next one after the night dive. And then after that is Aquarium, which is one of my favorite dive sites. We got a lot of great footage from that one. And then Liz's 100th dive, which was at the wreck of the Kitty Wake. That'll be the next part after that. So that's part 10 if we're keeping track. The night dive is 7, the wreck of Doc Paulson 8, Aquarium 9, 10 for Liz's, and then the last trip of the one which is called Lone Star Reef or Ledges, depending on who you talk to. That was kind of a little bit of a currenty dive, but we got some pretty cool shots in that. So that will be video 11, and then it's the bonus one, which will be at video 12. That will include Wall Street and Angel Reef, the 2 that I didn't dive, but I do have the footage from, and so we'll see what we're able to gather and gain from all of that. And that'll be the end of that series. And then we have an exciting series, hopefully in Mexico, coming in April, where I'll be filming that all, and then I'll release a lot of that after the fact. But again, people are really liking the shorts, so I'm going to go back and pull shorts from other older footage, newer footage, all sorts of 4K stuff that I've got, and be releasing that onto the channel in between the long form dive as well. So it gives people a little bit of a sense of where we've been so far on this channel and what we're working on. So the first category was recent dives, and after that was scuba and underwater adventures. That has got our family snorkels. We also have this one, which is a tall form video, but it did really well, and so I wanted to include this. So So this is a cool video. So this is me surface diving down and getting this shark. So this is on a snorkel. So this is a weird video, right? Because it's not a short in the sense that it's not under a minute. But because the tall form is now being sent out in the shorts feeds, because it's really a tall form feed, but they just call it the shorts feed. So it actually was very popular in those tall form feeds. So it's something that I might want to experiment at some point with on the Scuba channel as well. But it was really fun. You can see right there. It has a Spanish hogfish. We got to see some lobster. I'm not going to show the whole 2 minutes, but this, oh man, some incredible shots of the flounder. So this is my very first time testing out my phone underwater in the dive housing, but I was using it for snorkeling. But I got this incredible shots of this flounder. We're actually pretty far away from it, and I had to dive about 20 feet down, surface dive, to get to some of these shots. Testing out, doing a little bit of voiceover there, which is something I might bring back and doing in future ones. But yeah, such a cool nurse shark. They hung out there at Tahi multiple days in a row. So my mom and my wife actually got to go and snorkel the same site a couple days later and saw the same shark there as well. So you can see that she's quite large. The tail goes all the way back behind in the cave. In the coral formation. So, yeah, we think that she's about 7 or 8 feet tall because we're about 20 feet away from her and she still looks this big. So, anyway, so that's a different type of video that we've done, which is technically it's not a short, but and then it also showcases the dive videos. But this is done in order. So if you wanted to actually follow the documentary, you should start with the Three Trees Oro Verde, then part 2, 3, 4, and stuff like that. And then I also have this one, which is a break. So if you want to see the best of the previous year, set to a song by one of my friends, Hattie Plays Music. That's kind of like a palate cleanser, and then it starts the previous movies. So I've created a bunch of different full-length documentaries now over the last couple of years, so came in 4K 2023 series, also the 4K 2024 series, and then before that in 22 I had my old GoPro, so it wasn't part of the 4K series, but that had multiple parts too, and that one is very cool because I featured Twitch musicians from around the world in that series, not just one or two artists like I have in the most recent ones. Dan Tremblay does the cinematic compositions that we use in a lot of them. And then down here we got whale shark snorkeling, we've got cenote adventures, reef dives, and different previous dives from previous years, including some of my favorite dives, including the manta ray, the night dives, and all that sort of stuff. So next week is going to be night dive week. We're going to create a whole new playlist, have night dive vibes and themes and shorts and all sorts of stuff leading up to the full-length video that I'm hoping to get filmed and released. So I got to finish editing the basics of it, and then next week on the Wednesday Edit show, hopefully I'll have a nearly finished video to show you guys, and then we can also work on the reel that I tend to release the full form on Thursday, and then usually the reel on Friday for that. So yeah, if anyone has any questions or any comments, you can always feel free to message it in either of the Facebook chat or the Twitch chat. I'm always happy to answer questions, but I figured I'd use this as an opportunity to go back through and sort of showcase how we got to 700 videos, and sort of the different categories that people can go through, because I know 700 is a big number and people aren't going to go back and watch all of them, but like, where is my favorite ones? What are some of my favorite stuff? So the recent dives, definitely the first one and the 5th dive, the most recent one on this one, some of the best ones to go to. The underwater adventure ones, any of the night dives are incredible. If you just a few minutes here, last year we got to see an octopus, and doing a lot of other different stuff like that. So I am going to do a little teeny bit of a break here, and in celebration of Night Dive next week, we're going to play a little bit of this one. It's called Dark Water. It's from a couple of years ago. It's got my friend who usually I listen to on this day, but she's actually traveling. But one of my favorite musicians and streamers, Emily Henry Music, who's performed here on site at 3 different concerts. She does this one. So I'm going to play this video with for you guys right now. And then I'm going to be right back and we'll continue our conversation about the YouTube channel.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't start this kiss. Drown me out. I didn't see your back till it was all unwrapped. Drown me, hold my head under, dear. I swear I see you so clear through miles and miles of dark water. Oh, I didn't see your truth, the other shape in you. Drown me out. I didn't understand. I couldn't stop my hands. Drown me, hold my head under, dear. I swear I see you so clear through miles and miles of dark water. Fill me up, darling, tell me where to start unraveling. You know my heart, and I know nothing. Take it apart, it won't stop beating. Hold my head under, dear. I swear I see you so clear through miles and miles of dark water. I didn't ask for this. I didn't start this kiss. Drown me out. I didn't see your back till it was all unwrapped. Drown me, hold my head under, dear. I swear I see you so clear through miles and miles of dark water. Oh, I didn't see your truth, the other shape couldn't stop my hand from me. Hold my head under, dear. I swear I see you so clear through miles and miles of dark water. Fill me up, darling, tell me where to start unraveling. You know my heart, and I know nothing. Take it apart, it won't stop beating. Hold my head under, dear. I swear I see you so clear through miles and miles of dark water.
Lift me up and make me feel all that I thought was not real and wasn't true. And take me deep into that place where you and I can fly away, just me and you, to a Neverland. 'Cause I'm in Neverland. With every touch you send me spinning, my whole world finds its meaning. If I'm lost, I don't wanna be found. If this is love, I'll surrender now to the sound of your voice and the smell of your skin. You hook my heart and reel me into your Neverland. 'Cause baby, you're my Neverland. Never thought that I'd believe in happy ever afters and fantasies. Now I do. I'm falling fast into the sea of the way that your eyes speak to me. They take me to Neverland. 'Cause baby, you're my Neverland. With every touch you send me spinning, my whole world finds its meaning. If I'm lost, I don't wanna be found. If this is love, I'll surrender now to the sound of your voice and the smell of your skin. You hook my heart and reel me into your Neverland. 'Cause baby, you're my Neverland. Touch, you send me spinning, my whole world finds its meaning. If I'm lost, I don't wanna be found. If this is love, I'll surrender now to the sound of your voice. I thought was not real. Lift me up and make me feel all that I thought was not real.
So yeah, it's kind of fun looking back at all that sort of stuff, especially because like a lot of those same places we got to travel to on our most recent trip. So I'm happy that I create these time capsules. So back in the day, I used to make the snorkeling ones kind of parts of a Cayman wider adventure. Now we're going to separate those out a little bit more. So still on the main channel under scuba and underwater, we'll keep those separate. Hold on, let me just grab Lily. Yep. Look. Actually, all right. I'm gonna play one more song. So this has been the most popular video of the YouTube channel in the last year, and it talks about a little bit of the concert highlights and a little bit of the different things that we're doing. So I'm gonna play this real quickly. I'm gonna go plug this in, and so hold on. Sorry, I'll mute this while the ad goes through. So this video is cool. It showcases just a single song. I usually do what's called a mega mix, which links all the different songs all together that are some of my favorite moments. Now, this one I wanted to put up separately because it was Linkin Park debuted one of my favorite songs by them on their new album live in Baltimore at the show that I was. And you can see I was very close. It's actually the closest I've ever been to Linkin Park. They're my favorite band. I've gotten to see them like a bunch of times live, and I think this is maybe my sixth time. And first time though seeing it with Emily, she's incredible. So I did do a mega mix separately. I did do some vertical ones in other videos, but this one I wanted to put up separately. And one of my favorite commentators was able to react to this video live, and so I'll show you a little bit of that afterwards. But this is Linkin Park Stained from my vantage point. So I'm going to play this real quick, and then I'll be right back. play too much because of the copyright stuff like that, but definitely go check it out. 5,000 people actually viewed that one last year, which is pretty incredible. I also wanted to point out, so I was talking about it before. So this is the Mega Mix for that one, but then also this is the one I was talking about where one of my favorite.
Oh, here we go. So this is the Stained live debut from Linkin Park.
So people don't know Rogan Josh.
Show.
He's a great streamer. You definitely go check him out. So he reacts to my footage of it. So I got to wake up to one of my favorite streamers reacting to the shot that I shot on there, and so that one's been viewed almost 10,000 times. So kind of cool. Just because I've been following him for years and before that, and so. Or at least not years, but when Linkin Park came back, I watched his reaction to it, and then I became an instant fan of his, and so ever since the new era of it. But yeah, on the concerts, sorry, we got a lot of stuff going on here, but the concert highlights volume 1 is a new playlist that we created for people that don't know where to look at my concert footage. I have a lot of different concerts I've done over the years. So Stained is on there, Smashing Pumpkins video with the Noel Gallagher high flying. That one is interesting. That video only got a couple of views when I originally posted it, but then during COVID, people wanted to go back and see live performances, and people really enjoyed that one. My very first viral video, this Tiesto one, is up there too. It's cool that Tiesto retweeted this video back in the day, 14 years ago, and then a big Russian language website picked it up, and then people from Ukraine watched it en masse. So you just never know. I know 15,000 by today's views standards isn't that high, but back then it was, and it was just so random. But we got Garbage Mega Mix. I love. It's 11 minutes, but it's sort of some of my favorite moments when they were supporting Alanis Morissette. We got Emily Henry Music plays with her dad, a really emotional and beautiful moment where she plays a couple songs with her dad from our latest indoor concert just upstairs in the living room. And then Big Gigantic Firefly shows what it's like to go to a music festival. We had so much fun at Firefly 12 years ago, and so that's kind of a fun video. This is the Mega Mix. It's the full video of the Linkin Park of some of my favorite moments. Still not the full show. They played for hours, but it's sort of my favorite 40 minutes, if you will. Blue October put on a great show in 2024. These are some of my favorite moments of that. This Mega Mix right here is one of Smashing Pumpkins. We took Zach. It was his actual birthday on that day. And we were like, what do we do? Like, it's his birthday, but we want to really go to this concert. And we asked him, he said, would you ever want to go to this concert? He's like, sure. And so, yeah, it was Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins from National Park. And so it was his first time going to National Park as well. Since then, he's gone to a Nats game last year with us. Anyway, Neon Trees, this was just from a couple of months ago. Loved this concert. We got really up close. Had such a fun time at that one. Mute is a band from Germany. Really great energy. Highly recommend. AJR is my family's favorite band, so I had to put at least one of our mega mixes on there. Portugal the Man. This Zara was actually in... Zach was in utero for this concert, which is kind of... funny, and especially because Zara was in utero for this Alanis Morissette / that Garbage one, so and also at this Weezer one too, so a bunch of ones where Liz was pregnant at some pretty epic concerts. Anyway, so we got this Portugal the Man. It was a great show at the Anthem. First time I'd ever been to the Anthem. Blink-182 Mega Mix. It's from the Capital One Arena from just a couple of years ago. Really great show. Alanis Morissette, she puts on an incredible show whenever you see her. Highly recommend her. Weezer, also an incredible band. They opened for that show that Green Day played at, which was also in the pit. Also loved that one. It was a sort of just out of our top 20. So maybe it'll be in volume 2. The Goo Goo Dolls played a great show at Wolf Trap a couple of years ago. my wife's favorite band is Panic at the Disco, so I had to include one of her favorite band. This one was great. This one was with time codes, and it's 25 songs, parts of different moments. It's actually the last time I ever got to see Panic before they retired. And then the last one is Zach's favorite concert maybe ever. Gonna get to go see. He got to see Gorillaz 3 years ago when he was really little. He was like 4 or 5 years old, and we had a blast and some really memorable moments, including Feel Good Inc. and also just a lot of really great people there. They had De La Soul was there. Also, Del the Funky Homo Sapien was there. So a lot of great acts, and I'm hoping that Gorillaz tours again this year. They've got some anniversaries and a new album coming out, so that would be that. So those are some of the top concert highlights, if you will. The other categories are family, music, life moments. So this has got some of the most recent stuff as well, but also like birthday parties and different shows. This playlist really is like my family home videos, but set to music from some of my favorite streamers or musicians. A lot of them have given me permission, obviously, to use these songs, and so they become these memorable, what was the streamer's music I was listening to at the time when I was at these events, and they become kind of time capsules and more bite-sized than like regular home movies are like hours of footage, right? So it's kind of cut down to the best parts. And so they're kind of fun. They're kind of like travel documentaries, even if it's not your family, right? I really like that series as well. And then, of course, the podcast. We're celebrating, this is our 10th year, 10 seasons. Our 10th anniversary is actually coming up in just a couple of months in March. And 400 is coming up in just a couple of weeks. We're at 398. Next week will be 399. In fact, I got to add this week's live podcast to the front here. So 398 was great on Monday with Janaea and Gil. And then in hour 2, we had Sith and Champ talking wrestling with us. And then we ended talking with Arun and Champ about the incredible playoffs in the NFL so far, and previewing the upcoming 2 games as well. Concerts and live music is all of the concert videos, so it's not just the top 20. So this one has 62 videos over the years of concerts and videos that I've done. And then this is the popular videos, creative streams and projects. So this is where, like the video we're actually in right now, this live video will appear on this playlist as well. And then here are some of the shorts and the creative playlist. Recently I've been creating some dive playlists and the top concert playlist. Those dive ones are actually featured over here on this channel too. So if you go to Killer Puffer Reef, for example, you can see all the times we've ever been to that place. So it starts off with this year's on Gross Scuba, the new scuba channel, but it then plays the previous year's ones from the other channel as well. And it's sort of like a cross-channel playlist if you want to see a location over time there. So we have 3 of those up so far. The Wreck of the Oro Verde has 6 videos over the last 8 to 10 years. Then we've got Wildlife Reef, they have 3, and then Killer Puffer has 4. And then the next one, we're talking about the night dive one. When that one goes live, that'll have 3 night dive videos from that location. And then I'm also going to create a best of night dives playlist that'll exist right under the Underwater Dive Journal right here. And that one will have the best of night dives, and that will include not only the 3 turtle reef ones that we've dove in Grand Cayman, but some of our other night dives we've done as well, including our 2 in Hawaii. So, I'm so proud about how this channel is doing. It's been interesting to have a spin-off channel and different channels. I definitely have created alternate channels over the years, but this one seems to be the one that I may actually stick with and do that. But I just want to thank everyone for helping me get to this milestone. I wouldn't have created 700 videos if it wasn't for the people watching and supporting and liking and all of that. So I really do appreciate everyone for being a part of that. I'm still trying to debate. I don't know if I want to make the trailer today. I definitely something that I want to do. I think that I may want to think a little bit more about how I want it to go. I was thinking about having the trailer be the 700th video, but maybe it doesn't need to be. Maybe this is the 700th video, and the trailer is something that I do in the near future, but isn't necessarily tied to that milestone. But I'm really proud of being able to document all these things. The podcast is obviously a big part of that. It's been really cool to cover all the sports teams for the last 10 years. Pretty wild, the ups and downs, the crazy ride, the fact that the Capitals won their championship, and to cover the parade, and some of those are some of my favorite videos on the channel. So, I mean, if people go down to the Sports on the Hill podcast, most of it is the playlist and the episodes, right? But there has been times where, before all of this, when we did, had all the different vlogs that we used to do. Sorry, that was the word I was coming up with. And so that was such a fun era in doing these sorts of different shows. And there we go. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the Capitals one and see if I can pull that one up. So so there's so many videos, it's crazy. I'm just like going through here right now. This playlist has 380 videos now in it, so just an incredible time capsule of different sorts of stuff. I mean, back when I started doing this, it was just Facebook Lives with Carol, and we would just stream our points of view. But I love that it showcases us going back in time. I mean, what people might not even remember is Carol and I used to do press for the Valor, and they ended up becoming the champion in this league. But you can see it. We had seats that we could cover like right at the goal line, so yeah, it's a cool snapshot. And with the parade, so we went to the World Series celebration. That was pretty cool. And then so I mean, you see videos like this where I break down going to the Nationals parade. It's cool to see how things have evolved over time, right? So I was having like a live Redskins game on, as they were the Redskins back then. It shows that we've covered this team since we were the Redskins, Washington football team, and more. So we're showing the different Nationals players and the parade route, and I did a video also for the Capitals and their parade. So it's been fun to go back and watch and see some of these great moments over the years, to be able to document them and to come back to it as well. It's just been really a fun trip down memory lane. Hopefully this video can help shed light into a couple of the different projects and things that we've done to get to 700. Looking forward to it. It was crazy. We got hit 600 just about a year ago. So we're able to make almost 100 videos just last year alone on a wide variety of different topics and things like that. So again, if people want to check out the lives, we're always live on Mondays at 9 doing Sports on the Hill podcast. We're live on Twitch primarily, but we also simul-stream here on YouTube as well. Again, the YouTube channel is Robbie Gross. You can just search for Robbie Gross or make it just one word and it will come up under youtube.com. Twitch.tv/RobbieG_SportsOTHP is where the Twitch and the interactive games and the live, we got Scorebot giving us score updates, and you can catch Pokemon, and so a lot of interactivity there, which is one of the things I always love. You can make ghosts appear and special effects happen and all sorts of fun things like that over on that platform. I mean, it's been really cool to sort of explore the intersectionality of Twitch and YouTube, being able to live stream on both, be able to leverage some of the interactive features of Twitch, which I really enjoy over there. Oh, hello, Penguin Super here. I didn't even see you there, but welcome on in. I appreciate the lurk. Yeah, we're probably just going to be wrapping up here. But yeah, definitely go check out Champ and Sith. They're part of our podcast partners. They'll be doing some stuff with the No Spots podcast this weekend. There's a lot of great stuff coming out with the Saturday main event, and then obviously the Royal Rumble the week after that. Monday show, 9 o'clock, episode 399 as we are on that road to 400. We'll be talking about the Capitals, who have an interesting week upcoming. They have to play in the west coast of Canada, and tonight is a important test because Vancouver has been really bad this year, and especially this calendar year. But we got to take advantage of that, yeah, it's been a rough. They scored first against the Islanders on Monday, and they still lost that game. So they have not won a game this calendar year. So hopefully they're able to find a way to keep that going, and the Capitals don't fall prey into thinking that they can beat anybody. The Capitals have been on a bit of a losing streak themselves ever since the win that we talked about this past week on. They've lost 3 in a row, and we do break that down with Janaea and with Gil, and it was just a rough week. The last game on the Monday, like the matinee game, that's to be expected. That's against the best team in hockey, but they need to get a couple of other wins or at least play better in some of those games. But we break that down, including the live footage of going to the comeback and seeing C4 in person. Again, on last Mondays. This upcoming Monday, we'll recap all those this upcoming road trip. Again, the games, for people who don't know, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock West Coast time on tonight, Wednesday, at Vancouver. And then on Friday, it's a 9 o'clock start at Calgary. And then we have to play Edmonton the next day at 10 o'clock Eastern. And we'll recap those and preview the Seattle, Detroit, and Carolina games the following week. We'll also recap the 2 really important championship games. Hopefully we'll have power. There's going to be a snowstorm maybe this weekend, so I'm hoping that we at least retain power and get to watch the NFC and the AFC championship games there. Yeah, it seems to be about it. I'm going to take a look around to see if there's somebody that we should raid. Nobody I'm modding for is on. There's a bunch of people on. Does anybody feel strongly about... I mean, there's a couple people that I like, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to stay in the chat. So, but, yeah, I think... to raid or not to raid? That is the question. We can... maybe we'll read EBX, Aaron. I don't know. They're on a Be Right Back screen. How about... Alright, maybe we'll do Fabi Martins. I never get to raid her because she's streaming at an earlier time. And, alright, we'll go raid Fabi Martins. All right. If anybody's lurking, everybody wants to join in with me. We're getting a custom-made message coming on here. Thank you all for helping me celebrate 700 YouTube videos. I definitely will do a trailer sometime soon. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna grab the that raid message again. Monday, we'll be back with the podcast talking Caps and about football, and okay, all right. I guess it's not really a podcast edit, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna raid Fabi Martins, and yeah, podcast Monday. Next Wednesday, we're gonna do night dive videos. Hope to see you guys there. Thank you. Hope you're having a great beginning to your year, and yeah, we'll catch you guys more next week. Have fun. Have a good weekend.